How's it, guys? It's Bryan Leppan here again, and today I wanted to discuss a finesse technique with you guys with this right here. This is the Z-Man finesse bullets, okay, and essentially that's what it is. So it's an EWG style hook. It's got a nice keeper here. I'll show you how the bait fits into that, and it's basically a weedless Ned rig. Okay, so nice small hook. I would say, when you start getting up to 12-pound line, you'll start putting a little bit of pressure. So it's, it is a lot stronger than the original Ned rig, which is like designed for like 6-pound, 8-pound, 10-pound line, that sort of thing. But here we're probably talking 10 or 12-pound line. Okay, so it is a finesse technique. So you probably flick that around on a light jig Texas rod, something like that. Okay, and let me just show you a couple of baits here. These damn hottie darts, let's be honest. Okay, guys, so this is the finesse TRD. You can see how it sits nice. Obviously this is the Z-Man, so this is elastic. So you can see how it sits behind that hook keeper there, nice and snug. And then just a normal Texas rig type presentation, so that's weedless. Okay, and that's going to help you when you're fishing dams, ponds, that's got a lot of grass, vegetation, if it's got some timber and stuff like that, and you want to get something small, in there. If you want to just go out and get more bites, a lot of times, it's all about catching fish. It doesn't matter the size. And fishing finesse techniques like this, they do help. They certainly do help to get more bites. One thing that's obviously unique about the Z-Man plastics is that the way I'm holding it now is basically how they sit in the water. This is the elastic that they're using in this product is extremely buoyant. So that's also quite nice, where it doesn't just lie flat dead on the bottom. It actually sits up, and that's nice, and while that's sitting there in the water, you've got a small wiggle going on there, and if you move the bait, it's got a bit of a wiggle, and it's always upright. So even if you move it, it moves and then trends upwards. So that's quite nice. Also when it comes to your TRD crawls like that, where they'll set up with the claws upright in a defensive position up like that. So that's really, really nice. Also elastic, so you don't have to worry about these things breaking off. You can see that. Very 10x type is what they call it. Z-Man elastic. That's what the packaging looks like. And also that's something that's quite exciting as well, is this, let me just get the packaging here, the TRD ticklers. Now, TRD ticklers is a finesse version of the hula stick and the bang stick. So it's just a downsized finesse version. And that's how you'd normally expect to rig it, weedless. Okay, you put it on a Ned rig, that's fine, but we're talking weedless finesse fishing today. And that's why you'd normally expect to rig it. What I recommend you do as well is just gently stretch out these tentacles here. And what that does, it brings the salt and the glitter to the surface and actually makes them more buoyant. You'll find out the packaging, they seem to come together. So if you want to separate them, that's the best way of doing it. It just gives you more action. So it's just a little sneaky tip that I do. Another thing that I like to do as well, just to be a little bit different and give the fish something to different to look at, because a lot of times we're fishing areas that are high pressured. There's been a lot of boats in and out of there. Our dams are relatively small, quite a few guys fishing, but I like to rig it backwards. So there it is there. So now I've got the head at the top, and so that's got a completely different action as it falls. These things are fluttering out and creating a disturbance and a vibration as it goes down. So it's almost like a palm tree type effect. And it's just going to sit at the top, and every time I drop that, I'm going to get that skirt, those 4 little tentacles flaring. So that's a nice little trick on that as well. The other item we have as well, just in terms of bait, is the TRD hogs. Okay, HOGZ, and that's also a nice little tasty morsel there. There's quite a few different baits in the Z-Man stable that work pretty well. Something that's very exciting if you want to add a little bit of rattle to your life. You can hear that. This is the Guggenbait rattling Ned. Also fits nicely onto this head, designed for a Ned rig, and it also sits very nicely on this bullet head. So weedless presentation, bit of a rattle. That's the one to go for. Comes in a packaging, looks like that. Okay, so there's something if you want a little bit of extra noise, you can bait rattling there. Another exciting product from the Strike King. Okay, this is the Rage Tail. This is a Rage Ned Bug. I'll just pop it out for you as well. Okay, it comes in that protective packaging there as well, so they shouldn't be bent. Loaded with that coffee scent as well, but you can see that beautiful little Ned rig bait. Absolutely fantastic, and that's gonna do the job. You just got to, when you take these out the packaging, you just separate all the appendages like that, and you're ready to go. This color is called Black Blue Swirl. So that's, yeah guys, that's just the technique. You know, when you're fishing grassy or weed lakes, dams, ponds where there's a lot of grass, and you want to get a finesse presentation, you're struggling to get bites, and you know, you think to yourself, geez, what can I do? Well, that's something you can do, guys. Get a smaller presentation, just catch some fish, get out there and have fun. And these certainly are numbers baits. They do catch big fish. I've caught some really good fish, and a couple of close friends of mine as well, like Michael Cannon, got a few fish in the 4 kilo range. You know, fishing just Ned rigs, you know, just the finesse TRD and the 4-inch version of this. And you know, we are getting to that time of year now as well, you know, for finesse presentations, as well as fish start to move offshore. We'll start doing more Ned rigging, but for now they're still up, and this would be a nice technique to fish up on the grass. Up, you can get right in there, you don't have to worry about getting hung up with a normal Ned rig. So yeah, it's definitely something that I think can help you guys, you know, go out and catch more fish, get more bites, and have a more sort of fun day on the water. So yeah, have a look at those finesse options. You can get them obviously at Bass Warehouse online, and yeah guys, hope it helps. At the end of the day, that's what we're here for. So happy fishing, and we'll chat to you guys soon. Awesome, cheers.